Scott Spiezio with the biggest swing of the bat so far this postseason for St. Louis, with a 2-out 2-run triple back in the 7th inning. And now Billy Wagner, the closer, takes over for the Mets in a 6-6 game, and so Taguchi takes a strike. Wagner got the save last night. 1 inning, 1 walk, and he has not blown a save against St. Louis. And granted, this is not a save opportunity, but he has not messed up against the Cardinals since July 11th of 1998. A 1.25 ERA against the Cardinals in that time span. 0-2 and a blink on So Taguchi. First at bat of this series for Taguchi, and he stays up there with a foul tip. Taguchi with a home run this postseason. Came in game 3 against San Diego in St. Louis last Saturday. Ball 1. Albert Pujols on deck, and then Jim Edmonds. Taguchi checks his swing. The pitch looked to be pretty good, and it's called ball 2, 2-2.
It was a slider that backed up and went around the plate. Good call by Jim Joyce.
Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's low, and it's a full count. Pretty good rip by Taguchi.
Good pitch to hit there. He'd like that one back. The one thing about Billy Wagner, he throws so hard with such bite on his slider. He can use the middle of the plate. He does not have to throw to corners.
Now Taguchi involved in a good at bat, as we saw Eckstein do last inning against Heilman.
On Billy right here, he's got to come right at him. He can't afford to walk Taguchi with Albert Pujols on deck.
And Taguchi hits one into left field, back at the wall. This ball is gone. So Taguchi, a home run to put St. Louis on top, 7-6 here in the 9th inning. Second home run of this postseason, and for a guy who went in as much for a defensive replacement in left field last half inning to take over for Duncan, he goes deep to left off Billy Wagner, and the Cardinals lead for the first time tonight. Now Pujols. Ball 1.
Tell you, Tony La Russa gets at least an assist in this home run. He waited, inserted Taguchi late, and here he is leading off the 9th inning with a tiebreaker. Second postseason home run. He knew he was going to get a fastball, and he got it.
Pujols way out in front of a 2-0 slider, 2-1.
And Taguchi had such a professional at bat there. He took a couple close pitches, fouled some off, got the fastball over the outer half of the plate. Just what he had to be looking for there on a 3-2 count, and was able to take charge of it.
Pujols out in front again. The count evens 2-2. So Taguchi played in Japan for Oryx. He hit 67 home runs while in Japan. Had hit a total of 16 home runs with the Cardinals, coming to the Cardinals in 2002. And he just had his biggest swing to put the Cardinals on top. Now Pujols, 2 for his last 2. Chavez makes the play. Pujols reads it and gets into scoring position with nobody out here in the 9th inning.
It's an old Pete Rose line that you can round first base as far as you want to with the ball hit to left field and see the development of the throw. Andy Chavez makes a great play cutting it off, but now he has to stop, throw. Pujols had rounded the bag, saw it was toward the pitcher's mound, and then he went to second base. Here it is again. Rounds the bag and almost stops. Sees the ball, the throw toward the pitcher's mound, and goes to second base.
Now it's Edmonds. How will the Cardinals play with Edmonds? He shows bunt, bunts it foul. And Luis, you talked about it last inning, referencing the 7th, when you said the guy who started the rally was Pujols, a long at bat, battling, getting a hit against Moda. Then a walk to Edmonds, then Spezio hits the ball off the top of the wall, the 2-out, 2-run triple to tie it. And now the Cardinals have gone out in front of the home run by Taguchi. Cardinals change up and let Edmonds swing. Now Pujols is 2 for his last 2 after a double, and that's the official scoring ruling. A double by Pujols on that ball hit in the left. It's an 0-2 count on Edmonds at the plate.
And that's great news for the Cardinals fans to see this guy start to heat up. 2 hits in his last 2 at-bats.
On 0-2, Edmonds grounds to the right side and advances Pujols to third, 1 out. Good at bat by Jim Edmonds. Pujols 90 feet away, and Spezio will be the hitter. Comparing the 2 bullpens, the Mets have thrown over 100 pitches out of their pen with a combination of Bradford, Feliciano, Moda, Heilman, and now Wagner.
Mets infield, of course, will be drawn in with 1 out and Pujols at third base. It's doubtful that Pujols will be running on contact on a ground ball to any infield position. He'll make the ball go through.
Runner at third, 1 out. Spezio takes a strike on the inside corner. Slider from Wagner. Another from Wagner, a slider. Spezio over the top of it. It's 0-2.
2 good sliders from Billy Wagner. They look like strikes, but aren't. Those balls down around the ankles.
Tyler Johnson and Adam Wainwright getting loose for St. Louis in their bullpen.
I think the reason Johnson is up is Delgado leads off the 9th inning. The Cardinals don't score, and Delgado would represent the tying run.
Spezio hits it fair down the right field line. Pujols scores. It's 8-6, and Spezio has a double. Last night when Tony La Russa left this park, he mentioned that he would give Rolen another shot in the lineup tonight. He changed his mind. He talked to us before the game, saying that's not going to be a pleasant conversation when I have my talk with Rolen and tell him that he's not in tonight's starting lineup. Spezio got the nod, and he has delivered with 3 RBIs and 2 extra base hits.
Yeah, a triple to tie it back in the 7th, and now a double to extend the lead in the 9th.
A visit from Rick Peterson, the pitching coach, talking to Billy Wagner. And this more to see moment is presented by Sharp Aquos Liquid Crystal Television. The ball off the glove of Sean Green and off the very top of the wall with 2 out. So close to the final out of the inning and so close to a 3-run home run. It was a 2-out, 2-run triple, tying the game at 6. And the Cardinals have gone out in front for the first time here in the ninth. Darren Oliver gets loose. Encarnacion grounds one through the right side. Spezio coming to the plate. Sean Green does not make a throw, and it's been a 3-run ninth inning and a 9-6 St. Louis lead.
Well, the Cardinals have picked the perfect time to come alive with their offense here against one of the best closers in baseball, Billy Wagner.
Started with a home run by Taguchi, a double by Pujols. Edmonds grounded out to advance Pujols. And now hits by Spezio and Encarnacion have made it 9-6. Now it's Belliard. Wagner checks on Encarnacion. Some of the 56,349. A new LCS record crowd here at Shea Stadium head for the gates. The others who remain are shocked. Belliard hits it down the left field line. Hooking foul. Strike one.
Joe, this is the worst that you and I have seen Billy Wagner since May 20th when he came in the game in the ninth inning with the Mets up by 4 runs. It was a non-save situation. And Wagner gave up the lead to the Yankees. The Yankees won the ball game. Difference between that game and this game, of course, this is the second game of the postseason, second game of the LCS for the Mets.
He was wild that day with 3 walks, a hit batsman, a couple of hits allowed, blowing the lead. And here the Cardinals have hit Billy Wagner to take the lead. 97-mile-an-hour fastball is high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Carpenter started, went 5 innings, allowed 5 runs on 6 hits. Did not have his good stuff. Encarnacion starts. No play at second base. Encarnacion is there as Belliard grounds out 2 away. And Yadier Molina will walk in with a 3-hit night, 3 out of 4. And Willie Randolph is going to come out. I believe Peterson's been out there.
Yeah.
So a 24-pitch inning for Billy Wagner. Remember, no off day, travel day tomorrow. So instead of letting this inning get out of control and let the pitch count get up there, Wagner is gone. It's 9-6 St. Louis. Billy Wagner takes a seat in the dugout for the Mets. And the reason why the pitching change comes now, I believe, is to try and keep the pitch count down as much as possible with 3 straight games coming up in St. Louis. It's already 9-6 St. Louis on top, and Roberto Hernandez takes over with Yadier Molina at the plate.
I think you're right, Joe. I mean, the future, the near future of Billy Wagner is more important than what happens right now. But you can't help but be taken with Wagner going into the dugout. It's almost like a field goal kicker who just missed a big field goal in a key game.
Molina hits it to third, a high hop, and Wright is going to get Encarnacion trapped in the rundown. Didn't want to make the throw across to first, and Encarnacion finally tagged out. To end the top of the 9th inning, but the Cardinals have their first lead of this NLCS, and it started with a home run by Taguchi in the 9th inning. Bottom half rolls in, 9-6 Cardinals. A reminder coming up, it's your late local news, except on the West Coast. Game 3 will be tomorrow night. These 2 teams will hop aboard their charters and head to St. Louis at the conclusion of this game. And our game will happen tomorrow night at the conclusion of ALCS Game 4 between Detroit and Oakland, with the Tigers up 3-0. in a matchup of Bonderman and Danny Herron. Meanwhile, here the Cardinals have their first lead of this series, thanks to 3 runs in the top of the 9th inning against Billy Wagner. And it's young Tyler Johnson taking over with the left-handed hitting Delgado at the plate. Adam Wainwright will not be far behind. David Wright on deck. Delgado's had a big night with 2 home runs. And he leans back from one high, ball 1. For those who have followed the Cardinals all year long, to see Tony La Russa use his bullpen in this manner in the postseason, trusting these kids to come in and pitch. He has given the ball to Kenny. Kenny rewarded him in the 8th. He has turned to Adam Wainwright as his closer after Isringhausen went down, and Tyler Johnson, the rookie left-hander, has been involved in some key innings. The 2-0 pitch, 2-1.
Yeah, necessity is the mother of invention, obviously. But Tony La Russa has shrewdly, he and Dave Duncan shrewdly formed this Cardinal bullpen that is stalwart.
This bullpen, which was not that great all year long, has allowed 1 run this entire postseason. That was scored against Hancock back in the 6th. A 2-2 pitch to Delgado, leading off the bottom of the 9th inning, 1 away. On the other side, you've got the New York Mets bullpen. Here comes La Russa. He will go to his now closer, Adam Wainwright. Of course, he's had the decision throughout to go with Looper or Wainwright. Wainwright is now the closer, the rookie right-hander. Talk about the Mets pen as well when we come back. David Wright coming up and Adam Wainwright coming in. And now the discussion about the Mets bullpen. Willie Randolph went to that pen early and often in the division series. This postseason, 22 pitching changes, 20 in a 3rd innings, 391 pitches, including 112 tonight, and 11 earned runs allowed by a group that during the regular season had the best ERA in the National League of 3.25. And now Adam Wainwright, who's the new closer for Tony La Russa. 3 saves during the regular season. Takes over. David Wright batting with 1 out and nobody on. And taking a fastball for strike 1. Cardinals got Adam Wainwright from the Atlanta Braves organization a couple of years back. A deal that sent J.D. Prude to Atlanta. Scott Rowland takes over for defensive purposes over at 3rd base. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on. And to the left side, Rowland, a dive, a throw, 2 down.
What a play by a 3rd baseman with a bad left shoulder. Fully extended and a rocket to 1st. Boy, a brilliant play by Scott Rowland here in the 9th inning.
We heard Ken Rosenthal talk about his discussion with Scott Rowland, none too pleased that he got to the park and found out by looking at the lineup card that he was not in the lineup tonight. His replacement, Scott Spezio, has been one of the hitting stars for St. Louis, but Rowland in the game, cold off the bench, makes that play to start his night. You know, the Cardinals, Tim and Louie, came into this game thinking, okay, we've got Carpenter. That's how we'll win this game. He doesn't have his best stuff. He's gone after 5 innings. And they've gone to work against the Mets bullpen. Tony La Russa's made one change after another. And Belliard to his right makes the final play, and the Cardinals will split here at Shea Stadium and head home for Game 3 tomorrow night. They'll take the win any way they can get it. They got it in a different fashion than they expected coming in. Whether it's Spezio, the kids out of the bullpen, Taguchi, a lot of unlikely stars tonight for the Cardinals as they win at 9-6.
It was a gritty, determined effort on the part of the Cardinals, and a huge hit, the biggest of his life, by Taguchi.
For the Mets, their first loss when leading after 6 innings since June 16th against Baltimore. And our Chevrolet player of the game, Scott Spezio, with a 2-out, 2-run triple to tie the game back in the 7th. The Cardinals depended on Spezio tonight. Log on to worldseries.com/Fox Sports and vote for your most dependable player of the postseason and a chance to win Chevy's most dependable truck, the all-new Silverado. The Mets had won 47 straight when leading after 6. Tonight, the Cardinals snapped that as they come back to win 9-6. Let's go down to Ken Rosenthal.
Thanks, Joe. We're here with Scott Spezio. Scott, on the game-tying triple, Mota started you off with 2 changeups to get ahead. Then he came back with fastballs. How surprised were you to see the fastballs?
Well, I was sitting on everything. You know, I thought he was probably going to come back with another changeup, and was trying to shorten my swing even more, and trying to wait on anything and protecting. And you know, thank God I got a pitch to hit and put the ball in play.
So Taguchi, not known for his power, what was the reaction when he, of all people, hit the go-ahead home run?
Unbelievable. We were all jumping around down there, but he's got the flair for the dramatic. He's got a lot of power for a little guy, and he had a big home run in the San Diego series as well. So you never know with him up there. He can go deep.
You guys were down 3-0. You were down 6-4. What does this win do for you going back to St. Louis?
Well, it puts us one step closer. You know, we take it one game at a time. We'll focus on tomorrow's game, and after that, the next game. But we have to stay focused on tomorrow's game, and you know, at least we come out of here tied now.
Scott, thank you very much. Joe, back to you.
All right, thank you, Ken Rosenthal. Good work tonight. And the Cardinals get Game 2 after Glavine and the Mets won Game 1. Good start to this NLCS. Each team has a game. Game 3 tomorrow night after Game 4 of the ALCS. What a start to this. Hey ho, let's go to St. Louis. Jeannie and Kevin will be along right after this.